Okay, so here are the forms that we're going to be looking at. Okay, and I didn't change the names on the files, but I gave you in here what each file is. Okay, these are the names that's downloaded by the IRS. Okay, and real quick, since the bell just rang, I want to go over form, kind of go briefly hit on this. So form 1040, that's going to be your base. That's your foundation for your tax return. Okay, and the first part of 1040 is really simple because it's just putting in your personal information. Okay, name, address, social security number, filing status, that type of stuff. And then it gets you into and kind of really does walk you through what numbers go where. Okay, so prior to 2017, 1040 and Schedule 1 used to be one document, and it was 2 pages long. Okay, but here's 1040. Like it was 2 pages front and back. Okay, now in 2017, you know, we passed a new tax bill, and one of the things that was campaigned on in 2016 was the idea that your tax return will be the size, getting your tax return down to the size of a postcard. Well, they didn't make any fundamental changes to the tax return. So in order to satisfy that campaign promise and get it down to the size of a postcard, they took stuff out of the 1040 and created the Schedule 1. So they just created another document. But your 1040 is now down to the size of a tax return. Or, sorry, postcard.
Our reading today is, well, I shouldn't even have to say to you guys the gospel was because it was our memory.
See all the white space that didn't used to be there.
Flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against the authorities, against the powers of this dark world, and against the spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly realms.
That's right. So you can see they added a lot of white space here. In fact, let me look up a 1040 2015. In 1 minute. So here's the 1040 from 2015, and you can see it's just, you know, you had the adjustments and stuff here, but it's 2 pages and they're 2 full pages, right? The idea in 2017, which was a campaign promise in 2016, was let's cut this down to the size of a postcard. Yeah, it kind of is. And so they came up with what they took out of the return was this part, adjusted gross income section. Okay, and they took out some of this too up top, and instead they put that in another document called Schedule 1. So here's the additional income, which used to be on 1 page. Now it's on 2 different forms. So it was kind of silly and kind of a way to say, look, we made it to the size of the postcard, when really, come on, son. Like, come on. All right, we'll continue with the other schedules, A, B, D. We're going to look at. We're not going to do in our example because that's dealing with short and long-term capital gains, and those are taxed at different rates, and so it would complicate things more than what I want to make for this project. Okay. Well, it's the test. It's like this is what we're going to be working on for the next 2 weeks. We're going to fill out a sample one as a class, and then the last week it will be a test. Okay, that you have to calculate out. And so calculating out the income tax, like what we just did, that is needed to fill this out. Okay. All right. I will see y'all on video tomorrow.